Adam and Eve. In the Bible, there is an important story about Adam and Eve, who are regarded as the ancestors of humanity. Their actions and choices have had far-reaching impacts on all of humanity. This story teaches us important lessons about creation, love, choice, and the origin of humanity. God formed a man's body out of the dust of the ground and breathed the breath of life into him. This man was called Adam, and he was the first human. The Lord God said,
"It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him."
God saw that Adam needed a companion, so he created a woman from Adam's rib. She was named Eve. Eve became Adam's wife and life partner. Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. At that time, the man and his wife were both naked and felt no shame. The Lord God planted a garden called Eden, and Adam and Eve lived in it. They had a close relationship with God. And the Lord God made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground, trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the middle of the garden, there were the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God told Adam and Eve,
"You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it, you will certainly die."
However, temptation and testing came. The cunning serpent said to Eve,
"Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?"
"We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God said, 'You must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die.'"
You will not certainly die, for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.
So when Eve saw that the tree was good for food, pleasing to the eye, and desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some of its fruit and ate it. She also gave some to Adam, and he ate it. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden.
Adam and Eve
hid from the Lord God among the trees of the garden. Because of Adam and Eve's disobedience to God's command, they brought about the fall. They lost the blissful life in Eden and experienced pain, toil, and death. However, God did not abandon them and provided them with hope and redemption. This story offers many important lessons and insights. It reminds us to respect God's will and choose the path of righteousness and goodness. Though Adam and Eve made mistakes, God's grace and love were always with them. May this story guide us to reflect on our choices and understand the value of God's love for us and the redemption He offers us.